So here's another one that you probably didn't expect to see on my channel. This is the Reservoir Popeye Cricket, one of only 100 made. This isn't their first time making a Popeye inspired watch. They have some other older models. This is the current model. There is even some other characters from other areas of animation and things like that in their lineup. But the important thing of this is it's a jumping hour. And I really wouldn't have known too much about it. I've had the Reservoir brand on the channel before and paid close attention because we're close to it jumping. I'll try not to jump myself when it does it because it happens quick, but it'll happen during this video. So when my guy Tyler, my main contact at Exquisite Timepieces, asked, hey, have you seen the Popeye Reservoir? I want to send it to you. I want you to video it. So when he suggests watches, I definitely listen. I perk up a little bit because he's around watches all day, every day. So when one stands out to him, I'm interested in that. Did you see it? It happens quick, right? So it's pretty interesting the way this works because it's their own proprietary, patented module added movement that Reservoir has. They're calling it the RSV 240, but it's a modified LGP-G100. So Swiss movement and everything like that, it's just heavily modified to get that jumping hour feature. But you can see your minutes are basically only from here to here. This whole lower portion here has nothing to do with the timekeeping on the dial. So we're going to run from here 10 minutes, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and that's where you've seen a jump. It jumps from 60 and has that whatever hand they selected for the model or colorway jumps over to reset to 0. It also pulls over and jumps to the next hour. We were on 4, we jumped to 5, and how about that font on the numbers as well? Very creative, very fun, and you have a nice framed hour window. So cricket, I don't know anything about cricket, but I know it's a massively popular sport all over the world, just not so much in the US. And I could be wrong in saying that. I'm sure there's a bunch of US people, United States of America, people that are just absolute cricket fanatics. So I apologize to you if I'm out of line in saying that. But let's get into the watch because it's not about cricket and it's not about Popeye necessarily. It's about the watch. Those are just elements of this watch. So the case on this is 41.5 millimeter. The lug to lug is a 49.5 millimeter. You have a signed push-pull crown. That is a 7 millimeter crown. The thickness 13.3 millimeter, double domed sapphire crystal up top. And you have 20 millimeter lug opening. Have kind of a suede textured leather strap on top, blue on the edges, and then tan on the bottom. So interesting use of colors. We have a display case back showing off the rotor, the Reservoir rotor. And then of course we have Popeye there with the cricket paddles. I don't know if that's what they're called. I apologize if it's something else. And you can see it is numbered. It just says 1 of 100. It's not number 1. It's not like you're going to buy it and you're going to get number 32 of 100. They're all going to say 1 of 100. That's the way they do their thing there. So you have the 5 screws holding that case back down, and you have a 50-meter water resist. So very classically shaped case. Everything on this is relatively ordinary, if you can call it that, other than the movement and the dial look to these. And there's more traditional ones too that aren't so cartoonish. And maybe I'll get one of those on the channel if you guys are interested in seeing that. But I do know also the price point might scare away some of my more regular viewers that are hunting affordable watches because it is a luxury watch. It's a luxury brand. The price point on this is over the $4,000 mark. So yeah, still really cool and fun to see. I'm glad I'm able to handle these watches and share them with you guys, regardless of your thoughts on the price. It is just really cool to see these fun watches. Here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. The strap is incredibly comfortable. This little stitching here, you may have noticed. You can see that right there. Those are the colors of the Indian flag from India. So I think the dial itself is actually inspired by a cricket court, if that's what they're called, in India. So I think that's why that's done that way. Let's see if there's some Lume. I don't even know if there's Lume. I think there is. I don't know, the UV light, it's hard to tell sometimes. It just lights up because of certain colors, but I don't know if there is actually lume. There's a little bit of lume there, not a whole lot. And it's not necessarily useful, even though it is there and it's dim, because the minute hand and the hour disc is not loomed up. So thank you for putting lume, but it needed a lot more in other places. Regardless, it's still a really fun, cool watch and movement. I appreciate Exquisite Timepieces, Naples, Florida, link in the description, for sharing this watch with me and the channel so you guys get to see it as well. Because otherwise, I mean, I don't know where else you would see this brand. You got to go to Exquisite, I'm telling you. They have so many awesome watches. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.